Meet me at 3rd and Fairfax was a familiar refrain in the way back days of Los Angeles. It was a call for people to come out to farmers market, maybe see the Hollywood stars play at Gilmore Field, or catch auto races over at Gilmore Stadium. Now, Gilmore Stadium was a multi-purpose arena, but its primary function was midget auto racing. The quarter-mile clay surface was 32 feet wide along the straights and 52 on the turns. Banking was minimal. Arc lights targeted the racing stage. A Grand Prix event was decided upon to mark the end of the racing season. Race distance was increased from a typical 40 to 75 laps. Lap money was set aside, and the date was set for Thanksgiving Day. The Grand Prix proved to be a crowd-pleasing way to close out the Gilmore racing season. Interest in midget racing increased after World War II, and competition was keen. When Johnny McDowell set quick time in 1947, his lap time of 14.25 seconds would have made him the only driver from the 47 to make the 48 Grand Prix field. Well, that's pretty tight. Many drivers at that time built their own cars. Thus, the earliest midgets were powered by available yet unreliable outboard or motorcycle engines. A.F. Gilmore commissioned the Offenhauser power plant in order to combat the frequent stalls and engine failures. Later, Ford's V860 proved to be a viable and cost-effective alternative. The basic dimensions of midgets has changed little over the years, and tradition is strong in the ranks. Gilmore Stadium closed in 1950. 20 years later, Gary Bettenhausen won the Grand Prix in 1970 with a Chevy 2-Power, and it marked the first ever non-Offie winning effort for the Grand Prix. Danny McKnight won in 1974 without a radiator. Yep, he had a VW. Well, the Midget Grand Prix list of prominent non-winners is as healthy as the winning list. Sam Hanks and Lou Schneider are two Indy 500 winners with multiple frustrations at the Thanksgiving Grand Prix. Later prominent figures include Mario Andretti, Jeff Gordon, and Casey Kane. Of course, winning traditionally gets you the cover shot for next year's Grand Prix program. Now, more auto racing has taken place in Southern California than any other place in the world. Over 120 years, 174 venues, and countless events, big and small, the racing family roots run deep. Well, promoter J.C. Agajanian knew this and revived the Thanksgiving Midget Grand Prix in 1955 at Gardena Stadium. True to form, 1950 Indy 500 winner Johnny Parsons took top honors. Agajanian brought the event to Ascot Park's half-mile in 1960. This brought about a change of the guard as A.J. Foyt and local Parnelli Jones were perennial favorites. Both men won twice in tightly contested battle over several years. When Parnelli won in 1966, he had lapped the field twice. See that? November 27, 1965. It's very significant to our story. Inside that Grand Prix program, publicist Dusty Frazier uses the name Turkey Night for the first time in print. It doesn't appear again until 1971 in this program cover caption. By 1972, we are running the Turkey Night Grand Prix. All forms of motorsports have their share of triumphs, near misses, and could-have-beens. They also have dominant characters who shine at the appropriate moments. Ron Schumann certainly stepped up bigly, taking 8 Turkey Night Grand Prix trophies from 1979 through 1993 at Bakersfield. Wait, Bakersfield? Yep. Aside from a managerial problem in 1975, Ascot Park hosted Turkey Night unabated from 1960 through 1990 when the track was closed. Well, the Agajanian family elected to keep the Turkey Night Grand Prix tradition alive in Southern California by teaming with USAC and other local race venues. Stan Fox won the final Ascot event, as well as the following Saugus race on a very cold night in 1991. Bakersfield's third mile venue then hosted for 4 years. The 1994 crowd was caught off guard when Jordan Hermansater set quick time, then ran up front for a wire-to-wire win in only his second USAC race. Turkey Night put on its walking shoes to visit the freshly minted Paris Auto Speedway in 1996. The new venue brought half-mile dirt track racing back to Southern California. Well, the race kept moving and found its way to Ventura Raceway, then it returned to Bakersfield. Sheesh, good thing you guys know your local geography. Okay, did you catch that? You notice something familiar in those 3 program covers? 3 years, 3 different tracks, 1 winner. Indy 500 veteran Billy Boat. Well, for 1999, the Turkey Night Grand Prix found another fresh venue in Irwindale Speedway. It's modern, clean, well lit, with both a half and quarter-mile paved racing surface. One big advantage to running at Irwindale is the show could be expanded to include Ford Focus midgets and sprint cars, making for a full day of racing. By the way, sprint cars are the only race division at Irwindale where you can visually see them accelerate off the turns. Other cars, though equally fast, are more of a momentum game. Beginning in 2007, the Midget Grand Prix race was adjusted to 98 laps in honor of J.C. Agajanian Sr. and the number that he frequently used on his Indy race cars. The Irwindale era brought NASCAR regulars Kenny Irwin, Jason Leffler, Casey Kane, and Tony Stewart into the mix. Leffler triumphed twice, Stewart once. A very excited Stewart said, "I can't believe I finally won Turkey Night." Yep, he of Midnight Golf fame. AR 2012 event shifted back over to Paris Auto Speedway. Meet at the pass, as they say. A new tradition of kissing the hat came about at Paris. The trophy features a bronzed Agajanian Stetson and the names of all the Turkey Night Grand Prix winners dating back to 1934. The trophy is the brainchild of Doug Stokes, who's now retired and previously worked with both Paris Auto Speedway and Irwindale. This brings us to the current time. Turkey Night has moved to Ventura Raceway after 4 years at Paris. The quarter-mile, high-banked seaside venue is well suited for midget racing. And true to form, NASCAR regulars Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson make the trip west to face off with a determined group of very fast competitors. The 2020 event was to be our 80th running of the Turkey Night Grand Prix. And Turkey Night is synonymous with the Southern California racing scene. Those of you who eat hot dogs on Thanksgiving know exactly what I'm talking about.